These are my 8 suggestions for the game. Start off with point 1, practice mode. Starting off immediately with the thing that really does matter to me the most is like when you have like charts that are like this level, like some of these are like really fun. I find actually pretty easy, but then you have like the designate like really esoteric chart design. It's like when you have stuff like the designate speed up and like testify, right, with those like some like this shit. It's like the fact that like you have that in the game without without a practice mode is honestly like borderline offensive to me as a player that has a low tolerance for. I'm not playing the same chart for like 2 hours straight, right? And I don't like looking at chart views either, because that's not part of the game. That's not something that's like officially endorsed. That's something that the community has like made up. Like, I feel like if I have to look at a chart view at like quarter speed just to see like where I'm supposed to, it really does like upset me when I'm playing a chart and then there's this thing that I can't like read. That's a me issue though. It kind of goes for all rhythm games. At a certain difficulty point, it just starts to piss me off. And Arcaea is very close. I find Tempest very fun. I find this quite readable. This is ridiculous, but like it's not very like out of the ordinary. But if you like this shit is why I will never reach 13.10. Ignore this, I just played it once. I refuse to play this again until they add practice mode. Same with this. You can tell what I don't care about. Probably shouldn't expose these scores. Oh god. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think if they have a practice mode, that would kind of incentivize me to actually try out these. And I think, practice mode is something that can be a benefit to players of all skill levels. Trying to memorize the patterns of this present 5, right? Because they forget where the notes are. And I think it doesn't have to be like exclusively just for practicing, right? You can, if I wanted to like show a friend like the 4-hold part in Ether Strike, like I could do that by going into the mode and to just like skipping to the section and then starting doing that. And then my taps will drop because I'm playing on an iPad and they don't like the 4 taps, whatever. And then it would be funny. My point 2. Look at this. This couple right here. Reverse, light, and conflict. People have been asking for this, like, not because they think it would look cool, but because people, it is like objectively harder to see the notes on a light side chart. And even if you don't agree with that, you do have to acknowledge that a large section of the player base complains about this. I could maybe think of it as, ooh, you have these like really special songs, so it's like you can't invert the really special songs. That these You have to play them in their original state. These songs are a big deal, but the problem with that is like it's all of the hard ones that you can't change. Colorless, achromic, whatever the fuck it is. It's light side. Like, it is light side. Let's not confuse this here. I feel like instead of like a partner doing this, it should just be an accessibility like setting in the visuals or whatnot, and like available, like at least available to all players. If not, like have a background that like an opposite background for every chart, right? Like even if it's just like the basic like pack one, it's like you have the ability to set like whatever background you want as the opposite, right? You have the existing infrastructure to do that. You can like put whatever you want there, right? My third point, speaking of visuals, let us have more partners that do like cool visual effects like Luna or I mean, no one's like using this, let's be honest. You know, I feel like that would be quite useful if it didn't have like a like Mario Kart blooper over the font. It's just kind of ridiculous. But like have more like visual stuff and like nutritious notes, stuff like that, like the ghost notes. Why are these pack exclusives? Let us have that like everywhere, right? Like why not? I feel like that would just bring more value to these partners if you can like use them anywhere you want. You know, people would see like a video recording of like the ghost notes and they would ask how you do that, and then they see, oh, it's from this partner. I want the mustache pack now. It would just give more reasons for people to do that. And there's not many unique visual partners in the first place. And about partners, it's let's like why not make more interesting partners to begin with, because most partners are usually just like, ooh, you get like an extra fragment if you like go like 20 steps in world mode, and it's like I don't really care for this. Gain 41 fragments on first clear of daily recommendation, and it's like I don't feel like we need any more ways of earning fragments, because I feel like we should have more ways of spending fragments. Even if you are doing world mode and refilling your stamina, just playing world mode, you will gain enough fragments to refill by the time that you do. And I guess it's like unlocking songs, but you know, I'm coming from the perspective of a long-term player that already has all that stuff. I want like more ways of spending fragments, because I'm always gonna have like 22,000. I don't need any more ways of earning fragments. I guess it's for like don't really have the viewpoint of someone that's just started playing. So I guess it would be neat for them to have a partner that has some weird fragment effect. This like partner is like, I feel like this is just pointless. I feel like this is just Tempest but with more fragments. I never really see the need to, and it's annoying to try and keep pressing the button. Progress, the step would be 160. Tempest, it's just 160. But she has more frag and a little more over, I guess. Whatever. I don't care. There's not really any reason why I would want to use this partner. Especially since, you know, maybe trying to grind it was annoying, because I would be trying to use Federalist and then it would not do my world mode overloading thing. It wouldn't do the double thing, and I'd end my session anticlimactically because I'm rambling. Point 4. It's this is a 6. This is not a 7+. This is a 6. I have no idea why they bumped it from 7 to 7+ when this chart is a 6. I think there's lots of like songs and charts in this game that just do not have like an accurate difficulty, and I guess it's hard because there's literally like 1,700 charts to like keep track of. And I mean, as a wiki person, please do not update the CC. Point 5. Not necessarily about, you know, the game itself, but, you know, there's so many like pretty illustrations in the game, right? Like this, like, right, this is on like the Twitter, on your X banner, right? Like these jackets are really pretty. Like make some like wallpapers or something, right? Like, and there's so many like points in like the music video previews that would look really cool as a wallpaper. Editor pops them up. There's so many cool things that there's so many jackets that could be cool wallpapers. Point 6, it has to do with this thing. Where is it? Where's Sound Collection 8? Where is it? It's been like over 2 years since the last one, and like what really gets me is the fact that usually for a sound collection, the songs that are added to the game usually make it into one of these about a year and a half after they are first added to the game. What kills me is that the Waka, like these remix tracks came out like these remix tracks came out like 5 years ago. Like five years ago. These tracks are in the first half of the game's history. The first half, or maybe, you know, start of Final Verdict. Final Verdict came out 4 years ago. I guess I can't like be too upset about it because these songs do have their own individual releases. I'm pretty sure every track has been released. This one recently, which was kind of crazy to see. But like, look at this little bar. This bar is in the middle of the screen, and you have so many more tracks. Like, come on, Memories of Twilight release, come on, soon. I do have some theories that I think this might be a culprit, because how do you put 3 songs? You have to put all 3. You have to put all 3 in there. Put 3 songs in a 25 track list album. I don't think it's possible. I think they're working on it for a really long time to try and like make a big deal out of it because it's the ending of like the game, right? I mean, you gotta have last be the last track, otherwise it's pointless. But also, how do you put 3 of them in there? I think they would have to do a 2-disc album. Speaking of 2-disc, I don't know why this wasn't released alongside another album, because Light, Conflict, Realms, Dreams, Wrath, Myth, Serenity? What? It's a 2-1-2-1-1 cycle, and that kind of pisses me off. It's not that big of a deal. And I feel like they should add the like main menu themes to that album, right? The tutorial song as well, like the story mode music. They should add like all that stuff in there. So I mean, I don't think they would have to like make it just Final Verdict and just the menu themes. I feel like it would be sort of small, so I hope it's like a dual release, because they would only release like really like 8 tracks and like the menu themes. I guess you could technically say that this was Sound Collection 8, but no, it's only 7 tracks. I don't consider that part of the Sound Collection. And like, I feel like if it wasn't on a Sound Collection, they probably would have just released the singles on Bandcamp anyway, which they did. They did release it on Bandcamp. I wouldn't even be mad if they just started releasing single tracks. I just want to hear these songs in high quality. I don't really even care that much about like this pack. I just want to see more music come out because I'm tired of these hostage tracks that'll never get released because the artist doesn't have a good enough budget to license the song themselves. I don't know how this stuff works though. Like these tiny artists that win contests, they never like really get to release their music. Like, come on, I want to listen to the song. It's been this came out like 3 years ago. And like it's almost been 2 years since Historia came out. Like, time goes by, right? You can't like ignore it forever. Also, can someone tell me like what genre this is? Like, this jacket is so pretty. Make a wallpaper or something. Where did Sierra go? She made the one lore album and then dipped again. 0.7 or whatever, I don't know. It has to do with this. Can we talk about this? Like, can we talk about this? I guess it makes sense if someone's playing it, but also like no one's buying it because they know that they'll never get updated. It's kind of I think this version of the game is kind of doomed. Like, look at how old this stuff looks. It's crazy that the game like used to look like this. Look at this old partner select. They just updated this, but now this looks like it's ancient. Look at these cool colored notes. Like, let us have more visual effects. Look at how crusty this song select is. It has Final Verdict, which feels new. It is not new. 0.8 or whatever. Like, you know, about the like visual effects, it's like you got colorblind mode to make the arc like yellow or something. Why not let us choose our colors? I feel like that would enable so much more like expression. As much as I hate that term, I do think that would be cool to see custom. You know, you could reverse the blue and orange or whatever, and then you can like try and trick your brain into playing backwards and whatnot. It would be so fun. And I think maybe you could do an April Fool's about that, right? I've had this idea. Make an April Fool's of RGB, make the arcs go rainbow, right? Gay. I'm making this in June, right? It just makes sense. Even though I hate this song, I mean, I feel like it could be like RGBA or something. Make the arcs disappear, make it go rainbow, gay. Make a thing about switching, spam the switching button. Another point, why does it always go to Lost Civilization? Every time I open the Beyond thing, like even if I switch to another one, and then I do that, I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe not, I don't know. Maybe every time I reopen the game, it always goes back to Lost Civilization. I don't know I'm like, what's special about this? I don't know what the deal with that is. 3 of these points I did submit into the sort of form post that they made of suggestions. So those were my suggestions for the game. I gotta stop now because my feet hurt because I've been standing for half an hour.